What's up, you guys? This is Ralphie aka bringing you guys another review. As you see, I have a new camera, and I'm borrowing like a camera to take pictures. But, and I can finally do better reviews and they come out better. My phone is looking like shit. Anyways, yes, this is the Modern War Machine right here. This is the one from, if you're not too familiar, from the miniseries that he had in, with the Dark Reign story. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. From the Dark Reign miniseries that he had, whereas he basically not only faced Norman Osborn, he faced Ultimo, and it got him to where he is right now, whereas, obviously he doesn't look like this anymore. And like, as you can see, the reason why his face kind of looks Terminator-ish is because of the simple fact that he actually had a bunch of body parts of his destroyed, and I think some parts of his legs and maybe some parts of his arms got destroyed. So he had to put cybernetic implants in order to keep, in order to be able to keep using those body parts. So, and he's technically stuck in the suit. So I'd hate to be him when he has to go use the bathroom. But he is really, I always thought this figure was awesome. I thought it was kind of lazy at first when they used the basic body type of the movie armor, but at least, the miniseries was actually not so bad. And I was happy to have read it. I only have one issue, but every time I hit up a comic shop, I actually would read through the issues, and I never got around to buying them, but I just bought one. And so, yeah. Now, what I love about this figure is how you see the face. I know it's not gonna translate on here too well, but if you get a really good look at the face, that is none other than the man Dave Varner himself. That's right, the guy who helped make Marvel Legends for Toy Biz. He doesn't work on the movie lines. I know that for a fact because half of the are like the way the armors are none of the movie lines are articulated like the Marvel Universe ones, and some of them don't look too good. And some of them just have issues with the joints and just weird things. But upon buying this figure, I was actually the guy who went to Toys R Us and Hasbro and shit. Apparently he was bullshitting me because I couldn't find it in Toys R Us for the next few weeks. I was insanely going there. The people even knew were getting annoyed with me showing up there. I mentioned this in another video, but yeah. Well, this is the packaging. First of all, it comes with this armor card, which, well, I'd keep it inside my drawer. I just keep it in my drawer and not even, worry about it. Also comes with the helmet here, which you could switch to heads and you could, but I'd rather not do that right now. I'm kind of lazy when it comes to that right now. This figure, though, the articulation on this is not bad, but it has the same articulation on the arms as the modern armor. Just be aware of that when you buy it. And sometimes when you buy, well, not this one, but some of them might have some paint issues when it comes to the chest piece here, or when it comes to some parts of this face. So get a good look too. But yeah, you see these cannons right here. They're not attached like the other ones where they're attached on ball things. They actually have these little things, and they slide right onto these these rails. And then when you slide them on, you can move them around. Don't push it too hard though. I felt like I was gonna break it if I pushed hard, but they weren't. They worked out pretty fine. You can slide them to the back. You could kind of move the cannons around, as you can see. Oh crap. Hold on, I gotta stand this guy up. So yeah, you can move that around. You can move it back. You kind of gotta push it though. The hands are detailed pretty well. You see the part on the gauntlets in the back, and then This one has it open, this one has a closed fist. You see the details on the guns in here that are mounted on the forearms. You see all the holes and everything like that, and you could even see, you could just see like every bit of detail, and they did not spare, putting details in here, and I was happy about that. One other thing was, the fact that, it's sculpted so well, like even the robotic part of the face is just so awesome right there. And it just, I couldn't be happier with this figure. I was hoping and praying that it would make it to Marvel Legend. I'm happy that I made it to this, though, since I have tons and tons of Marvel Universe figures of that scale now. I really grown fond of that line now. And as for the legs, same articulation as the modern armor, nothing too crazy. The top part is kind of similar to the Mark III, Mark II torso area, so you're not gonna be too surprised. Like under like where the diaphragm joint is, you can see the difference in the sculpts of it. So but don't be too nitpicky about it, because otherwise you're not gonna enjoy some figures. This one's still very accurate. Another thing I forgot to mention, the paint on this, like this one has somewhat of a weird thing with paint, but it's alright. I could just get a tiny bit of paint and just paint it over, and then it's fine. But they even put detail on the helmet. They made it look kind of worn. They made it look a little worn out. And they made the silver here with a slight hue of just like sky blue, like a slight hue. Like if you really have eyes for it, you'd pick up on it. And the feet are different too, completely different, like differently sculpted. They look like they have, like they're made to walk on sand or snow or whatever, like, so that way, their feet don't get buried. But I don't know. What's more from this line, I was also like hoping and praying that, see, this one right here, the Mandarin, is very hard to find. So is this one. This is the second hardest to find. Whiplash, not so hard. Like, there were 2 of them in the store that I went to. This was the last one. I asked them to hold it for me, and they did me a, huge solid on that one. So a big shout out to Midtown Comics. They got some awesome people working in the store, and I couldn't be happier with them, doing me a solid on that, because I would have been pissed as hell if I missed this. So yeah, this is my review for